Business journalism today is crazy. A lot of people are suggesting that journalism's dead or dying. The opposite is true. There are so many new companies, new businesses, new opportunities. You think of Business Insider, Quartz, there are new ventures in Silicon Valley that are starting up with names that you haven't even heard of. There's Vox, BuzzFeed is getting into business journalism. And of course the legacy companies like Fortune, like the Wall Street Journal, like Business Week, like Forbes, like the business section of the New York Times, like Barron's, are all pushing out, changing, learning how to get digital. And what that means is there's an incredible war for talent. So a lot of people think that, oh my goodness, if you want to get into this as a career, it's a terrible mistake. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, trying to attract and retain personnel is challenging, and getting the story first or best is incredibly challenging. So it's definitely 24/7. It's funny about the gridlock that's happening in Washington nowadays, because traditionally Wall Street and businesses said, oh good, that's fantastic when there's two parties in Washington and they can't agree on anything. That's good for business because then we can go do our thing, and Washington's all tied up so they can't pass any new laws. And that historically there was some truth to that. But now the gridlock has become so vast, so big, so locked up, if you will, that it's really started to, of course, impact the country and the economy. So be careful of what you wish for, business. Whether or not journalism is public service is one of those kind of timeless questions in our business, in our field, in our craft. It certainly can be. I think it's really up to the individual or to the news organization. Sometimes, journalism is a very big tent. If you're doing red carpet and covering what the stars are wearing, walking down to a premiere, that's journalism. I don't really think that's a public service so much. Sorry guys if you're in the entertainment beat. On the other hand, if you're doing healthcare, if you're covering global politics, international relations, war, there's definitely a public service element to it.